I just wrote a newsletter about how to propagate or grow plants from other plants instead of seeds using 3 different methods. I thought some of you would like to see me demonstrate how I do this, so I created a video using these techniques. I hope it's helpful. I'm working on cuttings this afternoon, and I thought maybe I should video this to give you an idea how I actually go about doing this, something a little closer. I've done some stuff, and Heather has let me know that really isn't quite close enough to really maybe help you understand what I'm really doing. So I have this cutting of a rosemary that I took. It's a pretty decent length. I can get 2 cuttings out of this stem. I go about taking off the tip. The tip is usually quite tender, and so if I leave it on, 2 things are going to happen. One, the plant's energy is going to want to go up to that tip and keep pushing it out, as opposed to sending the energy to these side shoots, which are nodes. So if I take the tip off, that will stop it. And I have made the mistake in early days of leaving it on, and it actually starts to suffer. It's too tender. It doesn't get what it needs. So I now have this stem that I'm going to cut into maybe 4-inch sections. So you have some leeway. How many nodes are above and below is really what makes a difference. You'd like to have several below the soil, or I should say media line, and several above. I remove all of the foliage at the bottom that's going to go underneath the media. So wherever there was a leaf cluster, there was a node, and that node is going to produce roots. And then with the top cut out, each one of these nodes have growth already coming, and it will tend to push that up. So I take this. If I don't, well, let's put it this way. If I had a brown thumb like Heather keeps telling me she has, I might want to put rooting powder. It's a hormone powder, or you can use willow water to help stimulate the growth of the roots. For this case, I'm just going to put this right into this media. This here, stick that down, press the soil around. I will do it to the other one that I have, remove the lower leaves, so that it'll promote roots coming out these different nodes. And we'll put this in, press that down. I have lavender that I've been taking cuttings of. The same principle, cut the tip off. That will promote all the growth of these nodes and new leaf. And where I have removed it, it will promote rooting. Now, if I had a larger leafed plant, I would be removing those larger leaves because they tend to take away the strength of reproducing. So I went ahead and got a rose that I have, this wonderful Florida rose, that has a wonderful smell. And I'm going to cut it here. And for my purposes of having a little vase in my house with a rose, because I have another bud here, and then when these fall off, I actually dry them and use them in potpourris around the house. So we're going to put that aside. So I have these larger leaf bracts. I will, again, remove that. And here, there's new growth that will come out. I'm going to, on this, take them all off. I take them off rather easy so I don't damage the node. The ones down here, I don't care. I take them off. Again, the idea, you can put a rose in just like this, okay? If it's a longer stem, you can cut it and make more than one cutting. But this I'm going to go ahead and put in the media. And again, press the dirt around, and you will be amazed how a rose will actually come up. If you feel anxious about removing all the above bracts, just leave a small one. If it is a rose, whenever I give these roses a slight boost of my organic fertilizer, it always sends out those pink kind of new soft growth that is not good for making cuttings with. The situation of any other the plants, if they have larger leaves that you're leaving above where the nodes are, you want to take those larger leaves off. They're going to demand too much, and the cutting might suffer. So I know how my Florida roses are, these old Florida roses. They reproduce like crazy. I have put them everywhere. There's even one at Stephen Foster down at their garden that didn't fall down or get taken down for the hurricanes. So I hope that's helpful. Okay, I have some really nice, this is chocolate mint. I'm gonna take this and tap it, get it to come out of the pot. Ta-da! Up. Looks like I broke a piece here. Take that off. I can actually see that it has a very slight bit of roots wanting to come up, so I'll put that in someplace. We can see that it has a nice root system, and something that I do is when I have a pot that has one hole in it, I tend to take the ceramic pots that have cracked, and you're going, what the heck am I going to do? And you think you're going to throw it away. Don't throw it away. Put it in some larger pot and break it up into smaller pieces that have this kind of sizes. And that way, when you need to put some, you want to give it to where dirt doesn't go right to that single hole. The single hole that's there, it'll plug it up. So when you end up putting several of these pieces in the bottom of a pot, then it will help keep it from clogging the water and causing problems. All right, so I'm going to cut a small piece off here. I'm going to divide off a small piece. And since this doesn't have anything, I think I'll just start right here and cut down like a cake. I want to pull it apart. I can see that there are small pieces of the mint coming out at the bottom here. So I'm going to try to find a route, make this long one go over there and find a route and cut it down. Come over to the other side. And I'm using an old kitchen knife. A knife. That's what you need. A knife that's sharp enough to cut through roots. And so now I've taken this little pie of mint that has a good root system. It's in there really nice. And I'll end up putting it into a smaller pot. And then this guy I'll put back in here. I will even my media, my dirt, soil. I will probably come in at some point and take I have pins. I have pins, bobby pins, plant pins, and we'll actually take this long piece around and stick that in there as if I was simple layering, and that will cause it to set roots in that open area that I had. So that's the one. I'll call that the mother plant. And then we have this guy who is a bit smaller than the pot. A little bit of media in the bottom. Be able to fill that in around it. I'm right-handed, so if I block your view, I'm sorry. I think I'm going to stick this piece that I accidentally broke off into this pot, and then just fill the dirt, soil, media around it. There we go. Again, all the stuff that I'm reworking and repotting, once I get it done, everybody's in, I'll take water and just kind of water it in. Again, I can't say that too much. You want to make sure that it washes your media around the roots that you've just opened up so that you don't have air. That's not really very good for your plant. So now I have 2 chocolate mint plants. I will probably take this one up to North Carolina with me. Let this one stay down and use it as a parent plant. Layering that I've done on this chocolate mint, which I love so much, and I took these stems. You can see how the plant kind of cascades, and I went ahead and took a pin and I put it down in the soil, and I'm going to just to test it because we're here now and what do I have to lose? I'm going to take this pin off and see whether oh, I can tell it's growing roots. And you see the roots coming through. In fact, look. So I have just simple layered. Once you know that you're what you've simple layered and you've tacked in, and I'm going to say that it hasn't even been a couple of weeks because mint is rather quick. I'm going to go ahead in here and snip this and snip it and snip it. And so now I have another plant. And all these little tiny pieces here, they're already sprouting. So this will, I can see all the sprouting coming along like mint does. So we're talking a couple of weeks, and it went in really, really very, very well.